Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will learn about different types of function in JavaScript and their differences. Functions are fundamental building blocks in JavaScript, so understanding their various types is very important. Let's get started. First, let's clean our JavaScript file, and this code remained from our last lesson, and if you didn't see my video about symbol in JavaScript, you can go to description and I'll add link in the description. Okay, remove this code and create our first function. It names function declaration. We need keyword function, and next we can call our function. Let's call our function grade. It will be a simple function, and this function will print hello world. Let's use in console log and write in text hello world. Okay, and like I said, it's a function declaration. A function declaration is the most common way to define a function. It has the keyword function followed by the name of the function. Okay, now let's create the second function. This function is expression, and now we need to create new variable, and we can add function inside this variable. But let's change name because grid isn't available. We can add grid1. Okay, and like I said, this function has type expression. Expression is a function that is stored in a variable. It can be anonymous function or named function. Like you see in this example, we used anonymous function. Okay, let's go to the next function. It names arrow function, and I think you're familiar with this function because we use this function lots of times. And let's create example. Copy this code, and now let's add grid 2, and now we can create our arrow function. Arrow functions are a shorter syntaxes for writing function expressions, and the most important difference between arrow function and function created using keyword function is because we don't can using this inside our arrow function because they do not have their own context. Okay, and now let's speak about difference between our function declaration and function expression. Function declarations are hosted while function expressions are not. Let's look how is it work. Let's try to call our function declaration, and let's look at the window, open our console, and like you see, our function is work. And now let's try to call this function before we'll creating this function. Call this function here. And like you see, we can call this function before we create this function and after we create this function. And let's try to do the same for our function expression. Like you see, we get mistake because we don't can call our function before initialize it. Let's try to add after, and now everything works, and I think it's the most important features and you must remember it. And also, like you see, is the second difference between our function expression and function declaration is because for function declaration. We don't need any variable. We can create this function anywhere using only keyword function. Okay, next let's speak about anonymous functions. Are functions without a name. They are after used in function expressions and as arguments to other functions. Anonymous functions are functions without a name. They are often used in function expressions and as arguments to other functions, like callback functions or other examples. I think if you work with array methods like map, filter and reduce, you're familiar with this type of function. But let's create some example. We also using this function often in our timers. Let's create new timer using set timeout, and inside we'll create anonymous function and create time. I think you are familiar with these syntaxes, and it doesn't necessary to explain all line of the code. And console log, and also print something, create console log with value hello. We can copy this console log and pass here. Okay, like you see, our timer is work and we created anonymous function. And in the end, let's talk about higher order functions. High order functions are functions that take other functions as arguments or return functions as their result. And we use this kind of functions very often, like when we using methods map, filter, reduce, for each and other times. Let's create example. We can copy our grade function, and let's create return function. We'll create anonymous function and print something inside this function. Add some arguments like name and connect this name here. Okay, and now let's call our function, create new variable and print hello John. We can name this variable grade John and call our function with argument and add argument John. Okay, and now when we call our variable, our function will print hello John. Okay, like you see, it works. And today we covered various types of function in JavaScript, including function declaration, function expressions, arrow functions, and anonymous functions, and higher order functions. Understanding these different types of functions will help you writing better JavaScript code. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more videos. See you in the next video.